Welcome to the Daily Dish. I'm Shea Pasta. Today in She Knows Living, the temperatures are dropping, but that doesn't mean you have to give up the feel of summer entertaining. Garden-inspired parties are always in season, and joining us to make it a reality is celebrity chef George Duran, cookbook author and host of Food Network's Ham on the Street and the Secret Life of.
Shea.
Good morning. Hey, with the weather getting cold, a lot of us are having to give up our outdoor entertaining, but you say we don't have to? You've got some ideas for us. What are they?
Oh my goodness, absolutely. You know, when the weather gets cold, you start losing, well, you can actually really easily lose all those fresh flavors from your garden, and there are tricks actually to keep that fresh flavor all throughout the fall and the winter. And I'm going to show you a few of these tips here I have. For example, berries, they have a high water content. These are blueberries, but you can use boysenberries, strawberries, loganberries, anything that has a berry at the end of it, you can freeze, and you put these in your freezer, and you can use it all throughout the fall and the winter inside the pies and your shakes, whatever you want to use it with. Another thing I like to freeze, actually, I have a lot of basil during the summer in my garden, and what I like to do is I make pesto with it. And pesto is a very simple thing to make. Once you make that pesto, though, you put it in ice cube trays. You freeze those cubes of pesto, throw it into your freezer, and while you're cooking throughout the fall and the winter, you just dot it with little ice cubes full of flavor and that garden fresh taste.
Ooh, that sounds yummy. Now, do you have any particular recipes to share with us today?
Oh, absolutely. You know, one of my favorite ingredients is actually tomatoes. And with tomatoes, it's kind of tough to find those ripened tomatoes, again, during the fall and the winter and so on. But what actually works very, very well are canned tomatoes. And actually, one of my favorite brands is Hunt's Tomatoes. And they use this system called flash steaming. And that helps keep their backyard garden fresh taste. So with that, I've developed a bunch of recipes. And I'm going to show you this one over here. It's really interesting. It's called a pesto tomato tart. Again, using that pesto with all those herbs and those canned tomatoes that give it that fresh tomato taste, and you just put it into the oven on this puff pastry, and I'm telling you, you have a wonderful, simple to make tart. And finally, I'm going to show you this recipe. Very simple. You take some of those petite diced canned tomatoes, and you put it in the little spoon. I mixed a little bit of soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, salt, and pepper in there, and then I dot it with a little bit of crumbled Parmesan, some of this nice little herbs. It's chives over here in this case, and these spoons are essentially little hors d'oeuvres, or I call them amuse-bouche. It's a French term. It means mouth amuser. And it kind of opens up your appetite, gets your mouth watering when your guests come in and you want to throw a little garden party. This is the way to start your party, with a lovely mouth amuser with these little spoons.
Oh, I love it. If anyone can put a twist on something, it's you. So you're pretty busy these days with what? It's 2 shows on the Food Network and a great book, which we love, by the way, lots of fried stuff. What's next on your busy plate?
Well, actually, I'm working with Hunt's, and I'm also working with houseparty.com. If you go on that website, we're actually giving you these little packets to throw your own garden parties. So go check it out at houseparty.com.
We will do that. Thanks for being with us, George. We'll be in New York later this month, so hopefully we'll see you then.
Thanks for being with us today.
You bet. Anytime. Come over. You're invited.
All right. We'll see you then.
Now, he just looks like he's fun to party with. Have you seen some of his stuff on the Food Network? I love this. Take a look.
Whoa! We are doing turkey bowling, and that requires you, what are you laughing about? Using milk cartons as pins. It's going to be a tough one for you.
It's the terrible 179 split.
Yeah.
Yeah, turkey bowling. Yeah, you saw that right. Anyway, you can get more great entertaining ideas right here on the She Knows Home channel. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Shea Pasta. I'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thanks for watching She Knows TV. Look for more of the Daily Dish at sheknows.com.